It's John Kidd with Maroa-Forsyth High School, defensive coordinator. Today I'm going to talk about how we teach our inside linebackers how to identify threats at the receiving spot and most dangerous, and kind of how we explain it to the kids and some drills we do for the kids to help them understand it a little bit more. So this will be the first thing we kind of go over with our middle linebackers is we will refer to receivers as from the outside in, number one or number two receiver. If it's trips, you'd be 1, 2, 3. If there's a tailback, they could be 1 or 2, just so our kids kind of have an idea. Like when we are talking about getting your eyes on number 3 or 2 or 1, they kind of have an idea of what that means. I have them kind of identified here with our most dangerous. So pre-snap, they should know that when the offense lines up in a formation, who's my most dangerous receiver if I were to read run pass and I read pass. So in this instance, for our left inside linebacker, the number 2 receiver, the Y, is the first guy we're looking at to try to get eyes on. And same thing over here is a T, the number 3 receiver. And then we'll do some drills to help them identify if 3 leaves the hook curl. So right now these are both responsible for hook curl, or 2 leaves the hook curl. They're going to try to get eyes on 1. And then once they identify their next threat, they're basically getting eyes back to the quarterback. And I'll show you some drills on that. But this is kind of how we would explain it to our kids. If 3 leaves, you have 2 or 1. If 2 leaves, you have number 1 coming at you most likely. So that's what we would show our kids, or at least explain the best we can to our kids right off the bat. So here's a drill that we would do to identify, get your eyes on. So right now, he's getting his eyes on number 1 out here. There's a bag out here you'll see. So he's going to read run pass. We're going to give him a pass option. And when he reads run pass, boom, he's going to get to his threat, get his eyes around, and then read the quarterback. So if I do that again, he should open up, get his eyes to his most dangerous receiver, sprint and turn. I'd like for him to stay a little more square to the quarterback here with his eyes, but once he gets there, boom, he gets his head around, and now he's just kind of playing center field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he can cover a lot of ground on that quarterback. So we are getting to a spot while identifying and then getting our eyes to the quarterback. That's kind of what we've progressed into. On this example, it would just be like a quick hitch or something quick. He's getting there quickly, and then the ball's going to be thrown. So he's going to read, run, pass, boom, pass, eyes, run and run. There we go. And then the next step we would add to that would be, now your receiver, your closest threat here, leaves. He's either going to cross your face or he's going to go out to the flat, which is not our responsibility if he's a hook curl guy. And then his job is to get eyes on 2, find 1, and then make a play. So this is what we would add as our progressions to get our kids to identify playing 2 to 1, 3 to 2, and vice and so forth. So if that guy leaves to the flat, he should get turned, run, sprint to that spot, and get his eyes around. So we don't have a run pass option here, but you can add another kid. But his eyes are right on number 2. 2 runs a shoot or a quick out. He knows he's probably getting a curl, dig, something underneath. He's going to get his eyes to him. Once he feels comfortable, get his eyes back around and start reading the quarterback and square up. And that's kind of an outside look, and then we don't have our kids chase drags unless we're in obviously man-to-man, or I'm blitzing this other linebacker and he knows he doesn't have any help. So on this case, you're going to get a drag. I'll speed it up on normal. Boom, and now eyes get to 1, turn. The only thing I'd say here on this is when he gets inside, he's going to yell in, and then you should be getting your eyes back. Once you get your eyes back, he kind of shuffles and crosses. Turn and run here. He should be turning and running a little more square with the shoulders instead of shuffling, but that's being really picky. But that's a good way to get your kids to identify when their most dangerous threat leaves, they know they got to get to their next. And these are just drills we do on past days to let our kids kind of have an idea of what we're talking about. It's easy to explain it and do that, but if you don't do the drills with it, I think it makes it a little harder to understand. And we try to get this done in 7-on-7. So by the time 7-on-7 is done in the summer, our kids should know and have this a million times in 7-on-7 reps. So it's a good way to take some film of 7-on-7, show them so they understand it. So then when the season comes along, we're teaching more run fit and stuff like that rather than what you're doing on passes. So that's kind of how we do things with identifying threats and most dangerous receivers, getting to our drop from the middle linebacker spot. And hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you.